Okay, so it's been a minute since I uploaded on this channel, and I don't know, like I just been. It's not that I haven't been wanting to. I guess I just been like afraid of posting more on this channel because I have like a fear of being seen. I thought I heard something. So normally when or recently when I have been uploading on this channel, um, I've been in the car, but it's like winter wonderland, slushy ice outside, and I don't want to sit in the car and like run my heat and waste gas. So I just figured I have the place to myself. So I just figured, like I'd be here in the living room and just do my thing out here. But the last video that I did, I basically was just talking about how God got me through a very difficult November because a lot happened. And it was my intention to, do like a similar video for December. And I had opportunities to do it, I just didn't. And then I was tempted to make a video the other day because I was just really angry, but I was able to talk myself off the ledge and not be on here, cussing and fussing, X, Y, and Z. But I guess where I am mentally is, I'm not gonna say I'm in the worst space ever because I've been through some stuff, some things that I thought I would never get through, but I wouldn't say I'm in a good space either. And it's just so crazy to me because like I do have a lot to be thankful for, this right here, even though I have roommates, to be in an apartment and to be in a city that I love living in, that's a blessing in itself. I have a car. I don't have all the resources that I want and need, but for my other channel, just being able to produce videos for that and to make it the way that I want to, you know, that's, um, that's a blessing. The fact that I'm even here, that I have life, I'm in relatively good health. I'm not at the job that I was complaining about, in my other videos. So I mean, like some good has happened, but it's just, I feel like I've just been taking hit after hit after hit, and it's very hard dealing with these things back to back. And then it's just even harder when you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to. I'll start with the job first. Like now I may be at a different job, but I'm still not in my career field. And I'll just go ahead and say, so I used to work at Amazon, going on like 4 years ago. I worked in the warehouse. And the job itself was fine. I just ended up leaving because it was just too much for my body, like physically and then mentally. So I was only there for like a month and a half, but I didn't hate the job or anything like that. And then Amazon is probably one of the easiest jobs that you can like get on at. So I was like, well, you know what? Like, it's not something that I want to do, but like, if I gotta do it, I will. But I was like, this time I'm going to actually deliver. And I've only been doing it for like a week. Like, my first day was the 2nd. Now, my training was in December, but they were playing with me as far as getting me scheduled. So, like, I didn't start until the 2nd. And I mean, it's been cool, but it's not something that makes my heart skip a beat or anything like that. It's like I'm literally just doing it because it pays more than what my last job was. And it's like, I got to do what I got to do. But it's not like I yearn to be there. So like, I'm still struggling with my feelings of Okay, I went to school and I have this degree and I'm talented. And it's very hard for me to actually say that, but I do have talent. You know, I know how to edit videos, I know how to shoot videos, and I may not know everything. I know there's a lot that I need to learn, but the fundamentals, I know how to do that. You know, I'm a writer. There's so many different things that I do creatively, you know, but it's just so hard to connect with other people who are like-minded and, you know, just try to network. So I'm still struggling with that. Um, what else am I struggling with? It's a myriad of things. Um, so most recently, I just lost a loved one. And I'm gonna try not to get super emotional in this video, but I lost a loved one on New Year's Day. And I think the feelings are just now starting to hit me because I didn't find out about it until the day after. And then I was actually at work when I found out. So it was like I had to put those emotions on the back burner. And then I just tell myself every day, okay, don't bring like your personal life to work. Like when you get out that car, leave whatever is at home in the car. It's gonna be there when you get off work. So I think I've just kind of been going through the motions, and you know, since I didn't have to go to work yesterday or today because of the winter weather, and I don't go back to work until Wednesday because my regular off days are Sunday through Tuesday. I have time to grieve. And I wasn't able to make it to the funeral because the funeral was in South Carolina. And the timing just was really bad because like I said, I just started work, so I didn't want to come out the gate already asking for like a day or two off. Even though I would have had like a very valid reason, I just didn't want to already be asking for time off. And then you know how some employers can be. I didn't want to have to try to like prove that somebody in my family died. You know, like I just wasn't about to do all that. I didn't have anything to wear either. You know, the weather. I probably would have been stuck there in South Carolina. So I was sent the service, and I probably was only able to make it through like 25 minutes of it. The first 20 minutes was a slideshow of my papa. And, you know, it was beautiful. It was, you know, he was smiling like in every picture. There was just pictures, you know, all throughout his life and, you know, family and everything like that. And, you know, I did tear up a little bit, but it was kind of more like happy tears at first because, you know, it was like, you know, quite literally like a celebration of him throughout his life. And I could really see that he lived a happy life. But after the slideshow, they, you know, now we're getting the service started, and, you know, everybody's walking in. And from one angle, you could see the casket, and the casket was open, and it wasn't like a close-up or anything, but, you know, I could see his body. And it was very painful. I'm not gonna do this on camera. Definitely not about to do this. But if I don't get it out Like, I'm just gonna really be struggling, you know? And maybe this low place that I'm in can help somebody else who may be going through something similar. And that's really the reason why I'm making this video, because I don't go back and watch my videos. Like, it's really just in hopes of finding somebody else out there who is going through something similar, and, you know, we can like encourage each other. It was very painful to see that. And then Papa wasn't like my blood grandfather. He actually was my best friend's grandfather. But you know, like, me and her, we go way back. Our families go way back. So like, I definitely, you know, was a part of the family. So it hurts the same, especially considering that the last person who I lost was my actual grandfather. So it's bringing all of those feelings back at the same time. And it's been so long since I've grieved that it's been hard. And I think now that I'm actually allowing myself a little bit to be emotional, I don't know what to do. And I want to watch the rest of the service, but I just don't know if I'm strong enough. I really don't know if I'm strong enough, but I want to watch the rest of the service. I want to, you know, pay my respect, especially since I wasn't able to attend the service in person. But it's hard. And the last time that I saw him in person was when I went home for Christmas, and I didn't even like see him like in person. I just saw him like on the monitor, you know, and he did not look good. He just did not look good. So if you hear any noise, it's because my heat's about to cut on. Yeah, so I'm just going through that. Then, I don't know. I think because this year will be a very big birthday for me. Like, I'll be 25 years old in March, and I don't know, 25 just seems very significant to me. Like, I really want to be more intentional with every aspect of my life. I want to be more intentional with the people who I have. I want to be more intentional have around me. I want to be more intentional with the decisions I make. You know, what am I doing that will get me closer to that dream life that I desperately want to live? You know, I just don't want to be existing or just surviving. You know, I feel like, you know, this first half of my 20s, I really have just been like surviving. Not saying that like I haven't had dreams and goals and things like that. You know, I have achieved a lot of things in the past few years, but I don't think I have been thriving. And, you know, as I'm ushering in a new chapter in my life, or at least I feel like it's a new chapter in my life, I really want to really just stop surviving, or stop just surviving, and really like be out here living my best life. And I think part of that is I'm gonna have to make some difficult decisions, like regarding people. You know, I am someone who, if you are close to me, as in like you're a close friend of mine, or if you're a relative, if we're in a relationship, you know, I'm not as combative with loved ones as I am with people who I don't really have that much attachment to. So I don't want to relive the story, but I had an incident happen with my cousin. a couple weeks ago, and it really just opened my eyes and made me realize he doesn't care about me the way that I think he should. And I'm not saying that he doesn't love me or anything. I do think that he loves me, but does he really look? And I know I've been talking about God in my past few videos, but I'm just gonna have to really just be myself and be completely raw. So I'm so sorry if I cuss and I offend anybody, but I just don't know any other way to say it. But I just don't think my cousin fuck with me. Point blank, period. I just don't think that he fuck with me like that. And I been knew that. That's the crazy thing. I been knew that. But I've always tried to have like a closer relationship with him. You know, like I've always like wanted to hang out and things like that because, you know, I guess because, you know, we're both gay, and, you know, coming from the kind of family that I come from, you know, like we got to stick together. You know, I will say my family has evolved. Both sides, well, I don't know if I want to say both sides, but people, I would say people on both sides of my family have evolved. You know, so I mean, it's not like I'm living in some kind of hell or anything like that, but I mean, I guess it's like, you know, we're gay, you know, like we should be locked in or whatever, but it just, that never happened. And yeah, it just been like something happened that just made me really realize that he just does not care about me. And Caleb, my brother, Caleb, if you're watching this, just to give you an update, no, we never had that conversation. I sat outside for 2 hours and we did not talk at all. Nothing. So if that didn't make it clear to me, I don't know what the hell else will. And I'm not really tripping about that anymore because, you know, I just have to put myself first, you know, regardless of who you are. Like, just because we're family, that does not mean that you have an all access pass to just treat me however you want to and do whatever you want, you know, da da da. Like, you know, the same standards that I would have, you know, with like a platonic relationship, I expect that same treatment, you know, with family. You know, like I don't have room any longer for any lopsided friendships or relationships, period. You know, so, you know, that's been going on. Then my actual best friend, well, my guy best friend, I love him to pieces, okay? I love him down. I have like what I call my divine friends, and there's really only a few of them. And the reason why I call them my divine friends is because like even if like we didn't meet until later on in life, like somehow we were still connected before like we met. So like this friend, my sister and his twin brother, they used to date, you know, back in high school, but we didn't meet until like years later. Like we've been friends about like 4.5 years. And I love him to pieces, but like I just don't have time for inconsistency. And I did talk to him on the phone last night, you know, and like one of our, I guess, inside jokes or whatever is, you know, when he do actually answer the phone, I'm like, oh my gosh, like you finally answered the phone. And I know like I might sound like I'm playing or whatever, but it's just, I don't know. It doesn't make you feel good when you're somebody who makes yourself available to other people, but then they don't do the same thing for you. And then, and at the very least, they don't offer you some type of explanation as to why they were unavailable. I'm a pretty understanding person. We're all adults here. I understand that we got bills, jobs, everything of the like. Trust me, I understand. I'm not somebody, I'm too old to be expecting somebody to answer every single text or call of mine, but I do get upset when people constantly don't return my call, or when people constantly don't answer me, or at the very least, they don't give me the courtesy of reaching back out. That's the issue that I have, and I have that across the board. Like, I don't think I know anybody who, but let me not say anybody. Like, there's very few people who I feel like, you know, even if they don't answer, they do call me back within a reasonable frame of time, a reasonable time frame. There's very few people, and it's not family, you know. Well, no, let me not say that. My brother, my 16-year-old brother, I was, you know, it feels weird, you know, with me being the older brother, like going to him. But, you know, I know if I ever need him, you know, like he's there. So that does make me feel good. But I just have to put myself first and really do a much better job with setting boundaries and letting people know, regardless of who they are, this is what I'm going to tolerate and this is what I'm not going to tolerate. You know, I'm just not about to do it. I'm having like some feelings like with my dad. Like, I don't know, like I said, I just feel like it's like I keep getting sucker punched. You know, it's like boom, 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 boom. And I know in life we gotta go through things. Every day isn't gonna be perfect. Every season is not going to feel good, but you know, it's just like, dog, like how long do I gotta be in this season of suffering? Like, that's just quite literally what I feel like. And, you know, I like to think of myself as a spiritual person. You know, like I pray every night, and I would say maybe like in the last month or two, like I've gotten into the habit of praying every morning. You know, I try to watch like an encouraging word, before I get my day started. But, you know, I will never be tired of God. I will never be tired of, or I will never, you know, turn my back on him or, you know, lose faith. But I would be lying to you, and I would be lying to God if I said that I didn't question him sometimes. Like, why am I going through this? What am I doing wrong? You know, am I being punished? You know, like sometimes it does feel like that. Like, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm the most perfect person out here. I am not a saint. You know, I am not the most sanctified person out here. You know, I do think I have a good heart, but, you know, like I sin just like everybody else. I have my vices just like any other person does. You know, I have my struggles and, you know, everything of the sort, you know, and I am trying to do better. You know, I'd be lying if I said I didn't question God sometimes. I know we're not supposed to. We're not supposed to, but it's just when things don't make sense. And it's just like, it feels like right now a lot of things just are not making sense. I'm still struggling, like financially. Like, in starting Amazon, I didn't think that like the checks was just gonna be rolling in like that, you know. Like, I knew it was gonna be a minute before I can actually start enjoying my money, But it's just like, okay, with the timing, it was like two sides of the coin with like the delay in me starting. Like it was nice for me to be able to go home and to spend time with my sister. I had such a great time with my sister. Like, I mean, we were just cutting up, laughing like we always do. You know, we were talking shit, playing Mario Kart, you know. Like I had so much fun and I got to meet one of her friends. Like it was a blast. I had so much fun seeing her. I had so much fun. Um, I had a great time seeing my mom. And then, as I said earlier, I got to see Papa, one last time before he passed. I needed to be home. So it felt good to go home. But then on the other side of that, it's just like, well, dang, like that was time that, I did not earn any money. Um, and I'm trying to not be a slave to money, to not constantly worry about my bills and stuff like that. But it's just like when things are about to be late, or I even have gone late on a couple things, and that's like a first for me. Um, it's very difficult to not have that at the forefront of your mind. So it's just hard, like, I don't know, maybe I don't let God be God. Or, I don't know. I know you gotta walk by faith and not by sight. And God has delivered me through so many different things that I just thought that I would not see the light at the end of the tunnel. But I'm just tired of struggling, and I don't even mean just financially. Like, I mean, that's a very big part, but I'm just tired of struggling mentally, emotionally. Like I just feel like right now I am just down. Like I am just really not in a good place right now. And I'm not gonna lie, some days I don't feel hopeful. And I'm tired of pretending like everything is okay. And that's a big part of why I don't really speak to a lot of my family like that, because like I feel like I gotta put up a facade because I don't trust them like that. Yeah, like they my family, but like I don't trust them like that. You know, um, so outside of like my sister and like my brothers, and then mainly like Caleb, I think, yeah, Caleb's the only one who I've actually like kind of opened up to like that. Um, but yeah, outside of like my siblings, like I don't talk to them like that. I don't talk to my people, my family like that. I love them, because we family, but like I gotta put up a facade, and then I don't feel like I have a lot of like good people who I know I can depend on in my time of need. Like I feel like I gotta go through everything on my own. And it's just so hard having to deal with that. It sucks, quite literally. It just sucks. And I'm just tired. I am so mentally spent. I'm going to continue to strive to move forward. And I'm going to, I done came too far to turn back, okay? Like, turning back is not an option, but it's just like, when is it going to get better? Like, when am I going to be able to breathe? And I'm doing everything in my power to keep myself busy and to put all this energy into something productive. But I can't escape these feelings. I guess I just have to feel the funk and just go through it. But I had watched a video the other day. It had said something about like when you're in between blessings, like, it doesn't feel good. And I guess for the sake of my mental health, I just have to tell myself, like, I'm just in between blessings. Like, you know, maybe something good will come out of all this, and I just don't know it. But I don't know. I think I know I definitely do need to work on my issues with visibility and actually prioritize this channel more, because like I actually do like, you know, just talking to the camera and, you know, just actually being myself authentically, and, you know, actually being able to let my guard down. And I just hope that, you know, I can help somebody. I know I need to probably work on making these videos shorter, but I don't know, maybe I'll start a mental health journey, and like every so often I'll just do like a check-in, and you know, just document how I'm feeling, and maybe that might be therapeutic for me. So I don't know, maybe I might do something like that. That was in a video I watched this morning, you know, start a journey of some sort on YouTube. People like journeys. You know, so maybe I can do a mental health journey and, you know, just document things getting better. We're just gonna manifest better. But anyways, I think I ran out of things to say. Thank you for listening if you made it this far.